Okay, well, that was exciting. I'm on my way to Big Al's for lunch here in a couple minutes on this fine Friday. But let me fix the spacing before I go here. So let's see. Oh, that's a little. That needs to be changed just a bit there. Sounds really helpful too. Okay, I think we can live with that. Hey, I think we're done. Almost, almost. Okay, so first of all, I need to get rid of this guide layer. Now, another annoying thing about Flash, uh, for a program I like so much, it's got a lot of annoying quirks, is that if I hide this layer, it'll still show up on the final video, which is kind of unfunny. So I'll go ahead and delete that layer. Actually, before I delete that layer, I'm going to save a new version of this. So I've got that layer on there in case I want to go back and make corrections. 05. And then I'll, before I forget, save as 06. And then delete this layer and just hit regular old save, Command S, or File Save. So now I've got, if I need to go back and make a change, I would still have that at least as a reference. I don't know. Other people aren't that fastidious. And there's one last thing we have to do. So this looks pretty good. And I would go back and probably make some adjustments, and maybe I will for when I get back from lunch. Maybe I won't. You don't know. It's a mystery. So if you think about it, when you're working with a fast frame rate, you can get away with this. It's not going to be a big deal. But technically, I've got the last frame and the first frame are pretty much the same. And since I've redrawn the frames, they don't look that different, and I could leave this at 24 frames per second. But you'll notice it a lot more at 12 frames per second. And you'll definitely want to fix it at 12 frames per second. But just to clean up the cycle a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and shorten this by holding down Command and dragging it one frame to the left. And I'm going to go ahead and delete my last frame so that I don't get a repeat. And like I said, you're not going to really notice the difference at 24 frames per second too much. But just remove frames, right-click and remove frames. And now I won't have a duplicate top and bottom part of the cycle. All right, so that's our bouncing ball cycle. It takes a long time the first time you do it because there are a lot of little steps just about really dealing with Flash that you have to learn. But once you get them down, you can do these things, pretty quickly, and block your animations in and have some laughs. So I'm going to go probably have a cheeseburger. So I hope you guys are eating similarly healthy and nutritious lunches, and cheers.